I really have a very wonderful family. So my father was an engineer, and he built a bridge airport for the government, was a chief officer. And my mother, she came from a very wealthy family. After she got married, just full-time, being a very nice mother and wife. But when I was 8 years old, when we moved to Taiwan, my father had a stroke. And that made very drastic changes to all of us, because let me see how everything can change. It's literally overnight. And he paralyzed since then. My mother just tried to do the best under the circumstances, never complain, and still treat my father as the head of family as before. And so there are certain values that they have just instilled to all the kids. So, my mother obviously worked very hard, because at that time no insurance, but they never give up. My father shows us hope and optimistic, and all the time he thinks I'll get better, but he's very paralyzed. And my mother, she just accepts the fate. All these I didn't realize only after I grow up. Later she lives with me and I know the story and look back. But when we were kids, we were still a very happy family. Although we feel sad that our dad cannot work. And I always feel bad when people ask me, what does your father do? I have to say, no job. And I hate to use the word that paralyzed, because to us, he is still very functional. And my father is amazing. He is very creative in a sense that he was paralyzed, but he just figured out a way that he can move around in the house. And that time, no wheelchair or anything. Every little thing was very difficult. So he just put 2 stools, and he sit on the stool, and then move the stool next to him, and then he move his body to the next stool. And that's how he get around in the house. But he doesn't complain, and in a way, he becomes very close to all the children, because he's home with us every day. And in the morning, he wakes us up. Whenever we have exam, we need to get up early, he'll just wake us up. So a lot of things are very, very nice. Of course, we have difficulty. We know that, like, if we need to go to a field trip, we cannot afford, but that's okay. So overall, we have a very happy childhood. So that's why I'm always thinking, no matter what situation everyone is at, if you try, you can always make most of it, and still it's good. And we're all looking forward to the future. I know my mother always says, to my father, when sometimes they feel down, my mother will say, oh, don't worry, kids will grow up. And that also gives us a sense of responsibility. So from very early stage, we just think that we should grow up and do something meaningful. Once you are sick, there's nothing you can do. And then I just wish, at that time, I don't understand what's the stroke. I know there's a blood clot in the vessel here, and he had the operation here. So I just say, why not I just, push it open, and then just, but it doesn't happen. It's so terrible, and there's nothing you can do. So I wish I can do something to help the body to recover, to do something, because that's really most important to anybody is their health.